Hello, my name is Jan. I'm a physical therapist with children and adults with developmental disabilities, as well as a yoga teacher. It has been my pleasure and honor to teach a weekly yoga class at United Cerebral Palsy for many years. And I miss my friends there and at Mountain Shadows Community Homes very much during the pandemic and shelter in place, but I'm glad you're all safe, and I hope we'll get to be together soon. In the meantime, I hope you'll enjoy this chair yoga class, and anybody else who would like to try it, please do. If it's not quite right for you, please try another class, because I believe there is a yoga class for everybody. You just have to find the right one or create the right one. So first of all, you want to, if you're in a manual wheelchair, please lock your brakes. If you're in a power wheelchair, please turn it off. Get help if you need. And you should be sitting with your bottom all the way back on your seat. That's really important. Ideally, you want your hips bent to 90 degrees, knees bent to 90 degrees, and your feet flat, either on your footrest if you're in a wheelchair or on the floor. And you want your head right over your shoulders, not, sticking forward. Okay. So this class is very gentle. You'll be moving all your parts. If you're not able to do the movements, do whatever parts of it you can, whether that's the head movement or one side of your body. Do whatever you can. And if you're not able to do the movement, just imagine yourself doing the movement, and even that can help. And breathe with us. And the breathing part of yoga is very important and calming, and especially during these stressful times. Okay, so make sure you have plenty of space around you, so if you're moving your arms, you're not going to hit anybody, and right now we're social distancing anyway. So take a moment, sitting in seated mountain, which is sitting up straight, palms up on your legs. And let's go ahead and close our eyes, calm our breath, focus in on the breath, letting any worries or stresses roll off your shoulders. And yoga. And you might imagine yourself as a balloon floating through the sky. Imagine what you'd look like, what color you'd be, whether you'd have any designs, and feeling light and free. Hold that thought as you open your eyes for some balloon breaths. So you're going to make your round balloon arms, and you'll be inhaling through your nose into your lower belly, bringing that breath up into your lower chest, upper chest, all the way to the top. And exhale, blowing it out and bringing it down. And again, inhale, bringing that breath up, up, up to the top, and exhale, blowing it out and bringing it down. One more time, inhale, and exhale. And let that balloon float away. We're going to move on to some shoulder rolls. So if you're able to, you can bring your hands on your shoulders and pretend you have a big red marker on your elbow, And do some nice slow shoulder rolls. If you can't bring your hands up, just do some shrugging or rolling, whatever works for you. As I often say, any movement is better than no movement. Breathing into any tightness. And then reverse, go the other direction. And return to seated mountain. Sitting up tall, palms up, nice and quiet. We're going to move on to some seated sun salutations. So do whatever parts of this work for you. And if you're not able to do the movements, just breathe along with us. When we do the part that is chair push-ups, you want to be pushing into your armrest or your seat. And if you're not able to lift your bottom up, that's okay. You're still using your muscles. Okay, starting with hands in prayer. Inhale. Exhale, hands come forward. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands to the chair arms or seat. Inhale, push up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, hands in prayer. And exhale, back to seated mountain. Let's do it again. Hands in prayer. Inhale. Exhale, hands come forward. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands to your armrest or chair seat. Inhale, push up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, hands back in prayer. And return to seated mountain. Let's do one final one. Hands in prayer. Inhale. Exhale, hands forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the seat or armrest. Inhale, push up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, hands forward and back to prayer. And return to seated mountain. Okay, great. So we're going to move on to something that everybody should be able to do. We're going to move on to some jaw stretches. And we also have muscles in our face, and important to exercise them and keep things moving. They're important for speech and for eating. So let's start with opening our mouth wide. You can say ah, and a little wiggle waggle your tongue. Make some big bubblegum chewing motions. And then try chewing the other direction. It'll feel, we all kind of go in one direction normally, so it'll be hard. And pucker up for kisses. And big yoga smiles. And so checking that your head is above your shoulders and your chin is tucked. We're going to do some poke and tuck. It's kind of like a turkey neck movement, or maybe a turtle going in and out of his shell. You don't want to be nodding your head. You want to be looking straight ahead, and it's a glide. So we're going to glide our head forward, and then we're going to tuck our chin back. Glide forward and tuck back. This is a good thing to do if your neck feels stiff. A lot of us that sit a long time tend to go into that sort of turkey neck position with the head hanging forward, and that is not good for your neck muscles, and they can get tighter. So this is a good thing to do. And return to seated mountain. Now that we have the feeling of our head being above our shoulders, we'll do some neck rolls. So inhale, head up, and exhale, chin to chest. And just take a breath there. Feel that stretch in the back of your neck. And inhale, looking over your right shoulder. And take a breath. Exhale, chin to chest. Full breath. Inhale, looking over your left shoulder. Inhale and exhale. And coming back to chin to chest. And inhale, head comes up. All right, we're going to do it one more time, starting in the other direction. Inhale, head up. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, looking over the left shoulder, full breath. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, looking over your right shoulder. Take a breath. And chin to chest, full breath. And head comes up and return to seated mountain. Now make sure your bottom is all the way back on the seat before we go into our seated forward bend. So inhale, lengthen, get long and tall, and exhale, beginning to bend forward, bringing your hands on your thighs, your knees, your calves, ankles, feet, wherever you can, taking a full breath into your low back. Now when we come up, we're going to do it on an inhale, coming up very slowly, walking your hands up your legs so you don't get dizzy or lightheaded. All right, and take a moment. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bending forward, gliding your hands down your legs to wherever it's good for you, whatever works for you. Take a full breath into your low back. And slowly inhale and walk your hands up your legs. And return to seated mountain. Great. Okay. So we're going to move on to our seated cat-cow pose. So we're going to inhale and arch our back. Let our cow belly sag. And if you want, you can say moo. We have fun in our class. And exhale, rounding your spine, looking towards your belly, arch or rounding your spine like a kitty cat. And again, inhale, lifting your head, arching your back. And one more time, rounding your back, looking towards your belly. then coming up and return to seated mountain. So let's move on to our seated half moon pose. Inhale, arms come up. You can make a steeple with your pointer fingers. Get long and tall. Inhale and exhale, bending to the side. If you're not able to do this with your body and your arms, just side bend with your neck. Try to bring your ear towards your shoulder. Back to center and exhale. Other side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bending left, reaching left. Breathing into that right side as you lengthen it. Inhale up and exhale down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, bending right, reaching right, breathing into the left side, and inhale, center and lengthen, and exhale, bending left. Inhale, center, and exhale, down. And a little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle if you'd like. And back to seated mountain. Let's move on to our monkey pose. So this is our hungry monkey in the jungle picking bananas with your monkey hands and monkey toes. You can do the opposite if that works for you. Use one arm, both arms, legs, if you're, whatever you can do. Reaching. I like to visualize being a monkey hanging upside down from my tail in the trees. One more time. And return to seated mountain. We're going to move on to our sun bear hug. So give yourself a big hug. If you're not able to do that, just bring your hands together as best as you can. And then inhale, open your arms wide like a bear, laying in the sun, taking in the beautiful sunny day like today. And then give yourself another big hug. And inhale, open up wide. And then return to seated mountain. And let's move on to our seated spinal twist. So you can use your chair back and chair arms to help with this, or your chair seat. So we're going to inhale, lengthen, get long and tall. Exhale, twisting to the right. I'm going to use my chair seat and my chair back, or you can use your armrest if you're in a wheelchair. Wringing out your body like a sponge, bringing new circulation, nutrients to your muscles. Feels so good. And then coming back to center. And inhale, get long and tall. Exhale, twisting to the left. Breathing into the twist. Again, if you can't move your body, turn your head. Just do the head part of it. And coming back to center and return to seated mountain. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twisting to the right. Breathing into the twist. Coming back to center. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. And return to seated mountain. Next, we're going to move on to our rock the baby pose. So you're going to cradle one arm on top of the other and gently rock that baby side to side. Get some good shoulder movement here. And then you can switch arms, so the other arm's on top. And some gentle rocking. And return to seated mountain, sitting up straight. And we're going to move on to our lightning bolts. So we're going to open our fingers wide and then close them. And open wide and close. One more time, open those fingers wide and close. And relax in seated mountain. Now we're going to move on to our crab walking or piano playing pose. So you're going to wiggle those fingers like a crab walking in the sand, or maybe a piano player if you like that image. Wiggle, wiggle. And we're going to do some raindrops from the sky. Bringing it down, up, and down. One more time. And return to seated mountain.
3.
We're going to move on to our seated knee to chest pose. So if you're able to bring your knee up and give it a hug, you're going to do that. If you're not able to do that, you can bend forward and bring your elbow to your knee if that works better for you. So inhale, bending your knee up, giving it a hug. And exhale, bring it down. Other side, inhale, knee up or elbow to knee. And exhale down. Make sure your bottom is all the way back. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, knee up, give it a hug. Exhale down. And final one. Inhale up. And exhale down. Scoot your bottom back and return to seated mountain. We're going to move on to our ankle and or wrist rolls, whatever you can do. Even if it's just one wrist, whatever you can do is great. So rolling your wrists and ankles, and then go in the other direction. And return to seated mountain. And after we've done all our great yoga, we're going to move on to our Shavasana, or quiet time. So those of you, well, first let's do our step sniff breath. So that's going to be like this. It's going to be shrug and sniff 3 times. And then, so let's do it again. One more time. And then we're going to prepare for Shavasana. So if you're in a tilt and space chair, you can go ahead and tilt back and relax that way. Otherwise, we'll just sit in our chair. Our eyes are closed. We're very quiet, hearing nothing but the sound of our breath. Relax your forehead, relax your jaw. I relax my toes. My toes are relaxed. I relax my ankles and feet. My ankles and feet are relaxed. I relax my knees and thighs. My knees and thighs are relaxed. I relax my hips and tummy. My hips and tummy are relaxed. I relax my chest and back. My chest and back are relaxed. I relax my shoulders. My shoulders are relaxed. I relax my arms. My arms are relaxed. I relax my wrists and hands. My wrists and hands are relaxed. I relax my neck and face. My neck and face are relaxed. I am relaxed. I am relaxed. Now slowly open your eyes. If your chair is tilted back, bring it back up to upright, please. And we'll end as we end our class. Love, hands on your heart, yourself, give yourself a big hug. Love, all. Let go and move on. Start little and grow in beauty around your beautiful face and wisdom. Be strong, show your muscles, stand or sit tall. And we bring our hands together in prayer and say Namaste. The light in me bows to the light in each one of you, and may that pure light within you guide your way. Thank you so much for spending this time with me.